This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on The South Today, the Queenstown Marathon attracts entries from around the country and the world. Mercy Hospital becomes the first hospital in New Zealand to offer room service to its patients. And one of New Zealand's biggest names in R&B headlines the Southern Institute of Technology's O Week. Kia ora, good evening, I'm Melissa Barton. New Zealand and international athletes are descending upon Queenstown this week ahead of the 7th annual Shotover River Moonlight Marathon on Saturday. Mena Amso reports.
The breathtaking and gut-busting Shotover Moonlight Marathon will have runners from all over the world experience the challenging and diverse terrain of the Skippers Canyon and Ben Lomond Station. Runners will start here beside the Shotover River and will run alongside sheep tracks, historic gold mining, water races and high country mustering routes.
The marathon is very challenging. There's 2,600 metres of climbing and descending, and the majority of the race is single track with quite technical and challenging terrain to traverse.
Foster says competitors will run through some very unique spots along the way.
Running through an abandoned gold mining tunnel is pretty special.
Foster says Australian ultramarathon runner and 2016 winner Lucy Bartholomew will be a favourite for the race come Saturday, along with Queenstown resident and defending champion Ryan Carr, who will be returning to defend his title. This is the first year the Foster family have taken over organising the event.
We're really excited to stamp our unique brand on it, and that involves celebrating the rich gold mining history.
Over 500 participants from 13 countries, including Chile and Australia, will compete. Nina Amso, The South Today.
A potentially toxic algae detected last weekend along the shores of Lake Hayes near Queenstown has been found to be 8 times the level for safe recreational use. The lake will be monitored by Otago Regional Council staff weekly and further tests will be done next week. The public has been advised to stay clear until further notice. Mercy Hospital is the first hospital in New Zealand to offer room service to its patients. The initiative allows patients to order a meal delivered to their room from a restaurant-style menu anytime between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m.
If you find yourself laid up in a hospital bed and feeling peckish for a salmon, steak and salad, in the past you would have had to wait for the tea trolley to do the rounds. But from Monday, Dunedin's Mercy Hospital is set to become the first in the country to offer room service. An extensive restaurant-style menu will be available from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. every day, with patients able to order meals designed to meet treatment requirements such as being fluid-free, pureed or suitable for patients who have had gastric surgery.
We have tamana lamb, we have salmon, roasted vegetables, full cooked breakfasts, different omelettes. You can have pancakes in the morning. We also have a selection of burgers.
Wild says Mercy Hospital is following from private hospitals in America and the UK.
We've sourced local suppliers for all our meats and fishes as much as we can. We've gone free range as much as we can where we can.
The view is that giving patients control over the range of food they want to eat can positively aid recovery after surgery. Roselle LeBone, The South Today.
The Dunedin City Council says a light and sound show will replace a fireworks display when Dunedin celebrates Chinese New Year on Friday evening. A fire ban across the city means the planned fireworks display at the Dunedin Chinese Garden cannot be held this year. Dunedin City Council Manager of Community Development and Events, Joy Gunn, says the fire ban was put in place to protect people and property. Gunn hopes the public will act responsibly to avoid any fire risk. Invercargill students started the year with a welcoming performance from one of New Zealand's biggest names in R&B. As part of the Southern Institute of Technology's O Week, students were treated to a performance by musician Shay Fu today. Sharon Rees has more.
At his first week of study at SIT, Jurice Heads never imagined he'd be filling in for his music idol Shay Fu. But when the hip-hop artist's flight to Invercargill was delayed, it was up to Heads to entertain the crowd for O Week.
I'm actually doing my Bachelor in Contemporary Music, majoring in vocals. So it's a big thing for me to do that, yeah. Since I was a little kid, about knee-high, I've been listening to Shay Fu's tracks. One of my favourite albums that I've ever owned was To Be Specific by Shay Fu. And to have this opportunity, even to see him live, is a really big experience for me, and I'm honoured to be a part of that.
He said he's had a successful start to the year and is looking forward to what the course will bring.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty confident. I've met a lot of people that are really supportive. The tutors are really supportive as well, and I couldn't have asked for a better place to study.
Other students were brave enough to entertain the crowd too, including pupils from James Hargis College who performed Kapa Haka. But then it was time for the main event. Shay Fu put on a show for the students who were quick to get up and dance as he freestyled about the Institute in his show later tonight. O Week carries on until tomorrow afternoon with more performances and events scheduled, and of course, every student's favourite, the free food. Sharon Rees, The South Today.
Still to come on The South Today, we investigate odour complaints in South Dunedin. And the Invercargill Public Librarians play Cupid by setting every library goer on a blind date with the perfect book.
For all your news from the Southern Regions as it happens, go to our Facebook page. The South Today, connecting you with your community thanks to New Zealand On Air.
Free heart transmission. Please open your heart.
Chi is flowing freely. Chi is nourishing. Chi is loving.
Call Sunny Chin for peace in your heart.
Hi, Lindsay at Alex Campbell Menswear. We have our 3 stores on sale. It's our summer clearance sale. Look at all these t-shirts, 50% off. Look at all these polo shirts, 50% off. Look at all these woven shirts, short sleeves, 50% off. And there's more. Shorts. All these shorts, 50% off.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
But wait, there's more. 25% off all our regular lines off the normal price.
For 3 generations, the Kilpatrick family have ensured Jimmy's pies are still world famous in the South Island. Made to an old family recipe, Jimmy's pies have been one of New Zealand's traditional takeaway foods, prepared daily on the premises alongside a range of savouries, sausage rolls and cakes. Jimmy's pies are distributed throughout the lower South Island. Jimmy's pies are sure to satisfy your travelling munchies.
At the Hard to Find Bookshop, we sell quality books on all subjects from the rare to the recent, and where viable, we will come to you. We have a great reputation for integrity and honesty, so if you're downsizing or sorting an estate and have books to sell, contact us.
The Terminus Apartments, where heritage meets modern sophistication and where the past is Dunedin's future. These 1 or 2 bedroom apartments are fitted with modern amenities, room to move and spectacular harbour and city views. Contact us now to have your piece of luxury.
While you're relaxing this holiday season, Ready Lawn is available to help you with your lawn needs, big or small. We work so you don't have to. Call Ready Lawn today.
Calling all Otago superheroes, the 2018 Relay for Life needs your team. On March 17 and 18, the relay teams will join together to create one of the most inspiring events, helping not only to raise funds but also to remember those who have fallen to cancer or are struggling with it. To register your team, simply go to the website and sign on, then start fundraising. It's about celebrating, remembering and fighting back. Be a superhero and register now at relayforlife.org.nz.
Welcome back. Pak'nSave say a ventilation issue at their South Dunedin store is behind customer complaints of smelly fish. Several customers took to social media over the last 2 weeks to complain about the smell. The South Today got the word on the street to find out if it was a big stink about nothing.
I'm here outside Pak'nSave in South Dunedin. I definitely can't smell anything about 100 metres away from the supermarket, but a strong fish odour did permeate, and several people who I spoke with off camera said the smell was overpowering and they couldn't stand it.
The shellfish, it's really, really bad. It stinks.
Shop here quite regularly, and I have noticed a strong odour down the aisles.
And I think it's great, and I always double check it before I look at it. I have noticed a wee bit of an odour, but it always seems to be permeating from the back, not from the displays.
Foodstuff NZ's Antoinette Laird says the store is currently working on upgrading its existing ventilation and extraction system, and food safety is the store's highest priority. Roselle LeBone, The South Today.
The Invercargill City Library is playing Cupid this month to ignite a passion for books in Invercargill residents. The librarians hope to set up every library goer on a blind date with the perfect book. Sharon Rees has more.
Valentine's Day may be done and dusted, but the Invercargill City Library is offering a love match of a different kind this month. Library books have been wrapped into parcels that include a vague description of the book in the style of newspaper dating advertisements to entice a potential reader.
The idea is that you have a date with a book, so you get a book that you don't know anything about and it's wrapped up in brown paper, and you take it away and you read it and then you rate it just like you would a date. And so you rate it whether you found it was really boring, don't ever want to see it again, or you loved it and you want to do it again.
And I couldn't look past an ad offering a cracking thriller where our very existence is at stake. So I guess I've got a date with Gillian Anderson's A Vision of Fire.
But if thrillers aren't your thing, Smith says the parcels contain books for every kind of reader.
We've got every kind of book. We also put some non-fiction in, we put some graphic novels in, so there's quite an opportunity to get something quite different that you've never had before, but you wouldn't get something that you're completely going to hate if you look at the ad.
Younger library goers also have a chance to participate, but in the style of a lucky dip. With much the same concept, children can pick up a new book based on its short description and join in on the thrill of a mystery. Once the books have been returned, readers are encouraged to fill out a form to rate their date, which will let the librarians know if it was love at first sight or a complete mismatch. The forms will be drawn next month, and one reader from each of the adults and children's sections will win a prize pack for dinner and a movie. Sharon Rees, The South Today.
University of Otago academic Dr. Carla Dandri has won the 2017 Prime Minister's McDermott Emerging Scientist Prize, recognising her innovative nanotechnology research. The American-born academic is a senior lecturer at the university's chemistry department and received the award from the Prime Minister this week.
Based at the University of Otago, Dr. Carla Dandri is a leading researcher in the nanotechnology field.
We design and we develop new materials and new technologies that incorporate nanoparticles, or incredibly small particles with a size on the nanometer size range.
Her research in this area is what's earned her the McDermott Emerging Scientist Award.
Winning this award has been an incredible honour. It has been a real team effort involving past and present group members, colleagues and collaborators. And it will allow me now to bring more people into the lab to further our research program and develop some of our new ideas.
Some of the practical applications from her research include dentistry, which could mean fewer trips to see the dentist.
So we incorporate silver nanoparticles into a variety of different materials. So this might be into a liquid or a gel or a dental filling material. And those silver nanoparticles will kill the bacteria that are causing the disease. So preventing secondary caries or further infection, and that would hopefully mean fewer trips to the dentist.
Meledandri was presented with her $200,000 prize by Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern at Parliament this week, and she describes it as the highlight of her career. Daryl Baser, The South Today.
After the break on The South Today, concerns are raised about the inaccuracies in GPS maps in South Canterbury, sending drivers up the garden path, and a former Dunedin musician returns with some famous friends.
Hi, Lindsay here from Alex Campbell Menswear. Once again, we've opened up a pop-up store in George Street, right beside McDonald's. We've got up to 70% savings on normal retail. There's some great buys. We have socks right through to suits, everything in between. We'll see you there. The Alex Campbell Menswear pop-up. Don't miss it.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
Is this week's Mole Map UV report. Did you know New Zealanders have the highest incidence rate of melanoma in the world?
If you've ever been on a sunbed or been badly sunburnt, what are the chances you could have melanoma? Remove the doubt. Get a mole map.
Oh, I'm not happy with this product demonstration, Ralphie. Oh, relax. It's all about balance. The balance between softness and strength. And my balance is perfect. So we won't fall? Of course not.
Hi, Ralphie.
Oh, hey, you. Whoa. You fell for it. Yep, I fell for it. Cotton Softs. Softness and strength you can trust. I'm Cotton Soft on the environment too.
Garrador Dunedin, delivering quality stylish garage doors in Dunedin for over 15 years. New doors, replacement doors, repairs and maintenance are all part of Garrador's quality service. Garrador Dunedin offers a full range of modern quality doors to suit any home. Come visit the team at 553 Kaikoai Valley Road. Visit www.garrador.co.nz or call us on 488 5676.
"135 Cumberland Street is a brand new, recently listed Category 1 heritage building right in Dunedin's warehouse precinct. Only a short walk to the Octagon in the central city. These are warm, well-insulated, self-contained apartments with all you need for a short or long stay. With beautiful views onto the harbour, these Airbnbs at 135 Cumberland Street come highly recommended for your stay in Dunedin.
Active Interior Design in Mornington are the curtain and blind experts. The team can even advise you on outdoor products like awnings and umbrellas, and will ensure that everything is perfect. For interior design with flair, call Active to book your free in-home consultation or call into the showroom in Mornington.
Helping New Zealanders to do more. Talk to MTF today.
While you're relaxing this holiday season, Ready Lawn is available to help you with your lawn needs, big or small. We work so you don't have to. Call Ready Lawn today.
Motor Trade Finance proudly brings you Rural Delivery. A look at the places and faces behind New Zealand agriculture. Tuesday evenings 8:30, repeating Saturday morning at 8 and Sunday afternoons 4:30.
Thanks for staying with us. Concerns have been raised about the inaccuracies in GPS maps, which are sending drivers down dead-end roads and onto riverbeds in South Canterbury. The South Today got behind a GPS app to find out more.
Frustrated locals in South Canterbury have improvised with their own warning signs on Opuha Street East because GPS-based maps have been guiding tourists down to a dead end. The road is bisected with a railway line that only pedestrians can cross. If visitors heading to Mount Cook and the Southern Lakes miss their turn off to Arari Station Road, then Google Maps may well send them down Hawke Road. Unfortunately, Hawke Road has a gravel ford to cross the river, where plenty of tourist vehicles have come to grief. And despite what it says on the map, Griffin Road has been fenced off for years. To try and rectify these and other errors, South Canterbury Road Safety Coordinator Daniel Nord encourages people to report incorrect maps, and he will pass the details on to Google.
If they know of any road or location that according to the experience is not correctly mapped on the GPS or on Google, and they feel that they don't have the confidence to update that online, just contact my office, get the information, the exact location, the roads and what needs to be changed, and I can make contact with Google and the GPS companies so we can rectify that.
The old adage of a road on a map not representing a legal right-of-way seems to still apply in the 21st century. Rudy Adrian, The South Today.
A musician who spent 4 of his musically formative years in Dunedin is returning this weekend to introduce new friends to older ones. As a student here at Otago University, Simeon Boyajev played music with many musicians before leaving for Melbourne, and he's back in town with some pretty famous people.
Getting to know the Mayfair Theatre stage are some of the pillars of the Australian music scene. Bass player Roger McLaughlin was an original member of the Little River Band, however was born in Invercargill and is pleased to be back in New Zealand. He says the show's title fits.
To do this fabulous concert with Simeon, the Solid Snakes, the Kiwi Connection as he's called it. I guess the Kiwi Connection is that I was born in Invercargill, you know. So I spent a lot of time working in Australia and Melbourne, various bands. Yeah, but I'm really excited about doing this gig. Brought a bunch of high-end musician mates with me from Melbourne. So and combining with some fabulous Dunedin musicians as well. So really looking forward to this.
The man behind the Kiwi Connection is Simeon Boyajev, who's looking forward to introducing new Australian friends to older New Zealand ones. As well as the Australian musicians performing, a host of people he played with in Dunedin are scheduled to play as well.
I managed to get in touch with some of the finest in Dunedin, you know, who have made a history of for themselves over here for many years, and I got lucky to get under their tutelage people like Mr. John Meddings and William Davidson and Doug Wright, and after 4.5 years of fun with them and also spending time at uni, in the meantime while doing gigs with them, once uni finished, they gave me kick up the behind and they said, you know what, you got to go to a bigger place.
Another of the musicians on the bill is husky-voiced May Parker, who's from a musical family and says at age 53 she came to music later in life.
And I got involved in the business quite late, probably around about the age of 28, and just slowly kind of found my footing. My brothers were my best trainers, and they used to kind of sing it like you, don't sing it like them, and so I was always under a lot of pressure, but a lot of fabulous guidance from the older family members.
The band also features drummer Jerry Pentazis, who plays for Tommy Emmanuel and more, while on keyboards, Richard Tankard has worked with Albert Lee and Jimmy Barnes, as well as others. The Kiwi Connection show is on for 2 nights at the Mayfair Theatre in Dunedin, and organisers promise an evening of many songs you'll know and some other musical treats. Daryl Baser, The South Today.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on the South Today. New Zealand and international athletes are descending upon Queenstown this week ahead of the 7th annual Shotover River Moonlight Marathon on Saturday. Dunedin's Mercy Hospital will become the first New Zealand hospital to deliver room service to their patients from next Monday. And musician Shay Fu performed at the Southern Institute of Technology today as part of O Week. And now it's time for a look at what's happening in tomorrow's ODT. Welcome, Craig Page. What have you got for us today?
Good evening. Yeah, we're having a look at the grape harvest that's underway in Central Otago, and the earliest apparently on record that they've got underway with the harvest. Quartz Reef and Cromwell began today, and it's about 3 weeks ahead of where they would normally be. Putting it down to an extraordinary summer up there. Apparently in January only 2 days below 30 degrees, which has advanced all the grapes, so they're well into it. They've got about 30 workers on deck at the moment, but once the full harvest starts they'll be up to 60, but that's a bit of a general worry for the grape growers up there, is finding the staff to help do that harvesting, because they need a lot and there's not that many around. So
and they need them for a certain time, don't
they?
Yeah,
really exactly. Kind of from now until around May, so it's just a short window, but pretty full on, so they're desperate to get some staff. So some worried people up there. Waimumu Field Days, they can finish up on Friday. We've been up there today again. Of course, this afternoon is the big game, the Highlanders and the Crusaders, their final Super Rugby build-up. Being played on Fred Booth's paddock, which is just opposite the Field Days. Normally sheep there, but cleared for the rugby today. We've also got plenty of other coverage. We've got the Southern Man competition, which was held on today, so a bit of a rundown on that, and also the world's largest tractor story on that, which will set you back about $625,000 if you want it. And finally, our 16-year-old Queenstown athlete Alice Robinson, she's the youngest to compete at the Winter Olympics. She took part today, finally, after 2 delayed starts. We went along to Wakatipu High School to watch her schoolmates watch her perform, so plenty of excitement there. And she finished 37th after her first run, has got another run to go, so we're wishing her well for that.
Thank you. What a wonderful thing for a young athlete. And now it's time for a look at tomorrow's weather.
Tonight's weather proudly brought to you by MoleMap.
Starting with today's southern view, taken of shoppers strolling along Dunedin's Albion Place. Looking at the situation, a brief period of westerly airflow will bring some gusty winds and showers for the next few days, but these will subside, but you should make the most of the mild weekend because colder southerly airflow is on the way next week. Looking at the south, Balclutha and Catlins, fresh northwesterlies, cloud and 20, Gore and Lumsden, fresh northwesterlies, rain later on and a high of 18. Over to Central, for most of you it's high cloud and moderate northwesterlies, Alexandra 27, Wanaka 26, Queenstown 25 and a little bit wetter in Tiana with rain later on, northwesterlies a high of 18. Up to the northern towns, Oamaru and Timaru are in for moderate northwesterlies, fine weather in 24, Amarama and Twizel, moderate northwesterlies, some high cloud and 27 degrees. And in Dunedin tonight it will become fine with southwesterlies dying out, a low of 13. Mostly fine tomorrow, sunny at first but high cloud increasing, some brief light rain at night, moderate northeasterly winds 20 and 14. Mostly dry on Saturday with sunny periods, some light cloud, light to moderate southwesterly winds, a few showers in the afternoon possible 14 and 19. And in Invercargill tonight, showers clearing and becoming fine with a low of 14. Mostly cloudy tomorrow with showers developing during the afternoon, westerlies freshening 18 and 13. And becoming fine on Saturday with sunny periods, scattered cloud and moderate westerly winds 17 and 13. And that's our news for this Thursday. For the latest news from the Southern region, you can follow us on Facebook and at channel39.co.nz. I hope you all have a great evening. Take care. Ka kite anō.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.